News Now.
Hey, thank you for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Hayley Milon. We're going to get to your top stories in just a minute, but first it is Tuesday and we are getting a look outside. Meteorologist Jackie Layer with a quick check on our forecast. Hey, Jackie.
Yeah, hey there. We've been talking about the cloud cover all morning long, and into the afternoon we'll start to see a bit more of that wet weather progressing across the area. Some of the leading edges, some of those showers pushing into our westernmost areas through midday today, and that rain will continue to lift its way north and eastward pretty slowly, and will continue to move across the area through the latter half of the afternoon into that evening commute time frame. So don't forget the rain gear for any of those outdoor plans you may have. Those showers will be sticking around on and off overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Some steady pockets of rainfall, though, for parts of the area tomorrow morning and into the afternoon as well. So those rainfall totals will add up pretty quickly, at least for tomorrow. Today, though, overall, the rainfall will be on the lighter side, but you will notice a difference in the temperatures from today versus tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll see those high temperatures varying into those middle 60s, while today we should see highs varying to the upper 60s to lower 70s. So a little bit cooler and certainly a bit more on the wet side for tomorrow, but I'll have more details on that and how much rainfall you can expect coming up.
Thanks, Jackie. And developing now in Northwest DC, police investigating a deadly shooting. It happened on 14th Street this morning. Police say when they got to the scene, they found a man there suffering from a gunshot wound. He died at the scene. We're working to learn more on the investigation into the suspects and the motive of the shooting. Stick around for DC News Now at noon for more. And staying in the district, a triple shooting yesterday afternoon, leaving one man dead in Southeast. Leaders there say it's been a recent spike in crime in the neighborhood. Officers found two men inside of an apartment on 13th Place. One died at the scene. The other rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Just a block north on Savannah Street, another man was found with non-life-threatening injuries. And DC police data show that as of May 23rd, homicides are down 8% compared to this time last year, but in just 2 weeks, 15 people have been killed and 6 others have been injured in shootings. ANC Commissioner Salim Adolfo, who is also running for the open Ward 8 council seat, says there's a lot more work to be done.
Increased lighting, keeping the community clean, having activities that we can involve our children in, providing more mental health resources, making sure that we can get our children engaged in constructive activities.
Now, Commissioner Adolfo, along with several other ANCs, are hosting a community safety meeting on Thursday where they'll address the issues. And 2 suspects are in custody this morning after an hours-long barricade in Northeast DC. It all started yesterday afternoon along West Virginia Avenue near Rome Street. Police had to close multiple roads nearby. They told us it wasn't a hostage situation. Now, this is a developing story, and we're working to get you the latest on the investigation. And an update on Saturday night's fatal shooting in Northwest DC. Authorities have named the victim killed by a stray bullet while he was sitting in his apartment. That's 59-year-old Jose Carcamo of Northwest. Police still investigating the case, but they say Carcamo was not the target of the shooting. And DC police also sharing results from their Memorial Day curfew. It was officially lifted at 5 this morning. Officers say there were no big groups of teens at the wharf on Friday night, but they did arrest 2 kids at the Navy Yard area and 6 teens along the U Street corridor for violating curfew. Now, this includes 2 accused of having a gun without a license. We're still waiting for the final tally of teens arrested over the weekend for violating the new curfew rules. And Mayor Bowser is set to finally unveil her 2026 fiscal year budget today. This coming after weeks of delays and city council members publicly airing their frustrations. The new supplemental budget is expected to come with even more cuts, including employee furloughs and possibly temporary shuttering of some city services, all of which needs council approval. The budget was initially due back on April 2nd, but got held up after Congress slashed $1 billion from DC's 2025 budget. But the Senate passed a measure to restore the full 2025 budget for the district. The House has since failed to bring that legislation to a vote. For many, Memorial Day means barbecues and an extra day off work, but our Max Marcilla shows us how one veteran embraces the true meaning of the day.
With some watching, others filming, many with hands on hearts or saluting, Sergeant Major Matthew Byrne played a powerful rendition of Taps.
Today's just a reminder of that cost.
It was less than a minute long, but its message is everlasting, and it means something a little different to everyone.
Appreciating what they have sacrificed and given up to protect our country.
From students at schools across the country.
Feel the reverence that we do at our university for U.S. veterans.
You may think some people don't care anymore, but once you're in the nation's capital, you see so many people come together to remember the fallen soldiers.
To those coming from other countries.
I'm coming from Sierra Leone, West Africa. It's witnessing this kind of situation, or witnessing this kind of day, it's a blessing to me.
For Byrne, this is the easy part.
It's always hard for me to talk about. I get choked up. You think about all of the sacrifices that people made.
While Taps at the World War II Memorial was an emotional apex, this Memorial Day was full of honor in D.C.
You look at the names and you see your reflection.
From a ceremony at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial 50 years after the end of the war.
You grow older, they don't.
To the parade down Constitution Avenue, a chance to remember, thank, and honor those who gave their lives for this country.
Max Marcilla, thank you for that reporting. And happening today, the funeral service for late Virginia Representative Jerry Connolly. The late congressman died last week at the age of 75 after battling throat cancer. Connolly had a long history of representing Fairfax County. Some of his achievements include helping expand Metro rail access, investing in local education, and creating affordable housing. His services take place at Heritage Fellowship Church in Ruston and across the Commonwealth. All flags will be flown at half staff in honor of Connolly. In Maryland, North Bethesda Metro Station is getting some major upgrades. Changes range from safety improvements to better infrastructure. The project including a new station entrance, 2 public plazas, increased safety for bikers and pedestrians. It's all estimated to cost around $47 million. The county and Metro are hoping to have the project wrapped up by 2029. And beginning tomorrow, Metro riders will be able to use Tap and Go to pay their fare. This means you can use a credit card or mobile wallet to ride the train without having to stop to buy a Smart Trip Metro card. WMATA says Metro workers have been testing the new feature at stations over the past few weeks. A startling sight, albeit cute, for one neighborhood in the Langley Park, Maryland area. A black bear hanging out, maybe looking for a Memorial Day barbecue to crash here. You can see on your screen, after spending nearly 4 hours in a tree, officers were able to sedate the black bear. This all took place while concerned neighbors watched.
You know, it is bizarre, but it's not like completely unheard of since we've had some of those bear sightings within the last handful of years in like Gaithersburg and DC even. I remember that one a couple years ago during the pandemic. But it was kind of crazy for it to be on our block.
If you stay away from it, it'll stay away from you. They're much more fearful of us than we should be of them. I know that sounds trite, so it's easy to say. If you're in a situation where you see a bear, even in the suburbs, just make yourself big and yell, "Go away, bear." They will leave.
That is advice to put in your back pocket. Authorities told DC News Now the bear will be taken to a better habitat in western Maryland. And in Virginia, May through July is nesting season for many turtle species, and Fairfax County wants you to be on the lookout for many turtles crossing the road. So if you come across a turtle in the middle of the road and it's safe to get out of your car, you can gently move the turtle in the direction it was heading. If you find a turtle that appears to be injured, you should contact a licensed wildlife rehabilitator. All right, Jackie, how about a look outside? How's it looking for all of our turtles crossing the street?
I know. I mean, we're going to be tracking the cloud cover, sticking around through the day today, and then some wet weather that will progress its way across the map through the afternoon and evening. So through midday, some showers back out towards our westernmost areas, and those will continue to shift their way eastward, closer towards the DC metro area. Mid to late afternoon, closer towards that evening commute is really when we'll start to see more of those raindrops right along the I-95 corridor. Then we have those showers on and off over overnight tonight, and we're looking at those showers to kickstart your Wednesday morning. And some of those showers will be more on the steadier side and steady to heavy at times later on tomorrow into the early afternoon hours. So heads up, tomorrow is going to be soggy. It's going to be cooler too. Highs tomorrow will struggle to make it through those 60s. Today, though, at least we'll see highs back in those upper 60s to lower 70s. Now we're talking about the rain showers finally winding down as we get towards later on tomorrow evening. And then we start off with some drier conditions as we look ahead towards your Thursday before some more unsettled weather will be sticking around for Thursday and even into Friday as well. But today versus tomorrow, today cloud cover and those showers starting to push in through the afternoon. And then we still have that shower activity across much of the map for much of the day tomorrow, and highs will be a little bit cooler back in those middle 60s for much of the region. Now here's the setup of the next several days. So those low pressure systems that we will be dealing with through tomorrow will continue to lift their way off towards the north and east into Thursday. So Thursday we start off dry, still mainly cloudy. I would say an isolated shower or thunderstorm chance developing later on Thursday evening. Then Friday, yet another low pressure system starting to push in from the west. That'll be bringing us that threat for some showers in the morning, dry time, and then that threat for some scattered shower and thunderstorm chances later on Friday evening and Friday night. Cold front approaching from the north and west. That could spark up some shower and thunderstorm activity even as we look ahead towards your Saturday. In terms of the rainfall forecast, though, this is from today all the way through Friday morning. Talking about at least closer towards an inch for D.C. I would say about an inch and a half farther out towards the west. As I advance this even more, we're looking at those rainfall totals going from today all the way through Saturday morning. Some areas receiving at least 2 inches of rainfall over the course of the next several days. So heads up, we do have some more unsettled weather over the course of the next several days, even into Saturday. But then as we look ahead towards the second half of the weekend, Sunday, that'll be the pick of the weekend. We're going to be tracking drier conditions just in time for the first day of June, and high temperatures back in the upper 70s that day. Although after a cool one tomorrow, we do see temperatures rising back to right around 80 Thursday before we settle into those 70s Friday and Saturday. And then we should be into those lower 80s to start off that next work week under a mix of sun and clouds.
Alrighty, Jackie, thank you. Well, in Western Maryland, lifeguards and swimmers are ready for the opening of Hagerstown Community Pool. The YMCA maintains and staffs the facility in the South End area. It's a place where kids have fun going down the slide or off the diving boards, as well as taking swimming lessons.
It can be kind of stressful sometimes, but we have a good staff here, and we're just going to keep it under control.
Come, have fun, and be safe.
Now, the Porterfield Swim Pool offers free swim lessons and hosts birthday parties and other community gatherings. A lot going on there. Well, if you live in the district, the city pools, they're now open as well, but only on weekends until June 22nd for now. Pools will open 6 days a week starting on the 23rd, except for the children's pools. You can check the city's website to see when pools are open, closed, or at capacity in real time. Each ward will have at least one swimming pool that's open. Well, some unfortunate news for the much anticipated Mystics Fever matchup. The WNBA star Caitlin Clark will miss 2 weeks of the season for the first time in her professional career, and it's because she strained her left quad. Multiple sources report Clark has been dealing with some quad stiffness since the preseason, and this season the Mystics, along with other WNBA teams, have actually moved their games to larger venues when Clark and the Fever are in town. That to accommodate the many fans who want to get a glimpse of Clark in action on the hardwood. The Mystics are still set to host the Fever at CFG Bank Arena in Baltimore. That's tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. And the College Park Aviation Museum is hosting a Commanders meet and greet tomorrow. Actually, that is today for local kids. Now, Commanders cornerback Jonathan Jones will share insight on his other job. How cool is this? He's a licensed private pilot. The event gets started at 6. It includes a special fly-in by Jones. There are plenty of events this week to celebrate World Pride in D.C., including the World Pride Film Festival kicking off today and a jazz performance that's happening tomorrow. Now, looking ahead, we have a list of some other festivities happening across the district. Tomorrow is World Pride Night. That's when D.C. United takes on the New England Revolution. Thursday is the World Pride Mixer at the Olney Theater Center. Saturday is just jam-packed with events, including a Youth Pride Day, the Pride Family Festival, and a Latinx Pride Tribute Party. Well, that's all the time we've got for now this morning on DC News Now. Stick around for more news and weather coming up on DC News Now at noon.